first thing you can do is go on a dopamine detox. So you want to basically cut out all the bullshit in your life, basically. So porn, video games, junk food, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, scrolling on social media, just watching random movies, things of that nature. You want to cut all of them out. Get rid of all this stuff. Like, you want to basically purify your brain from all this nonsense, especially the sexually stimulating stuff. You want to just stop consuming it. Like, get rid of all this stuff, get them out of your life, get them out of your head. The second thing you want to start doing is to meditate and journal. So meditation is basically focusing on the present moment. So, like, I'm sure there are many videos on how to meditate. I've only done a few of it before, but you basically want to focus on the breath or something, but usually it's breathing. So you breathe in, you breathe out, and the things that must be your focus. But as you are doing that, your mind will start to wander. So meditation isn't about not making your mind wander, because that happens. But the thing is that when your mind starts to wander, you bring it back to the present moment. So you do that as many times as possible for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And each time you do that, it's almost like you gain one experience in meditation, one rep, like when you do push-ups, as you go down and come up, that's one rep. So meditation, as you close your eyes, you're trying to focus on your breath, and your mind starts thinking of the random thing that happened 3 days ago, and you bring it back to the breath. That's one rep. And also you want to journal. Journaling is one that will help you a lot. You want to settle down and write down all your thoughts on paper, like all the stuff that is just clustered in your head. You want to basically pour it out on paper. It helps with lots of clarity. The next thing you can do: sleep, diet, exercise. So you want to get these 3 things dialed in. Sleep, 8 hours a day, sleep properly. Diet, start eating the right stuff, like just stop eating trash. And exercise, move your body a lot, carry weights, do exercise, go on a run, do push-ups, whatever. The next thing you want to do is to read and basically do every other good habit under the sun. So reading, cold showers, just sitting with your thoughts, every other good habit you want to do, you can think of. Basically do it, and if you do all these things, I can almost guarantee you, nothing is guaranteed, but I'm very, very sure, I'm like 99% sure, your brain is going to be fixed. Like, your head is just going to work a lot better than it does right now. All those are tactics and theory and stuff, but now let's actually talk about real life. And I know definitely, I'm not trying to contradict myself, because those things definitely will help you. Please go ahead and do them. But you've probably tried some of this thing and it doesn't work, especially New Year's days. Like, New Year, this is the year where I'm going to finally start taking my fitness seriously. I'm going to start doing this thing, and after 2 weeks, after 3 days, you just revert back into your default behavior. And the thing is that habits are just hard to break. That's one thing I want people to realize. Many people feel like when they come to these videos, some magic solution is just going to come out. And obviously, I'm going to try my best to give you help, to give you tips, tactics, mindsets, whatever that is going to help you. But you just have to realize that this shit is hard. This shit is basically hard. Like, you don't just watch a few videos and meditate for 30 days and your problems will just go away. Like, it doesn't really work like that. Many of all these tactics, they are like habits, so they don't just happen once. Like, you have to do it over and over and over and over and over again before it actually starts to stick. But the main thing that I feel like will help you the most is not even necessarily the cold showers or the quitting social media and stuff. The thing that I feel like will help you the most is changing your mentality and the way you see yourself. And this one is a little bit tricky, because it will almost feel like you're lying to yourself, but at the same time you want to also back it up with evidence. Because if you're just saying, this way, this type of person, and you basically don't act in accord with the way that person acts, it's almost as if you're deceiving yourself. But you just want to have this mentality like, I'm better than this, I'm basically grown past this level. It's just like when you're a child and maybe you watch all these cartoons, or as a child there are some kind of foods you like to eat a lot, and you just grow older and you just don't do those stuff anymore. You grow older and your mindset just changes, because when you transition into, like, from a child to your teenage years or whatever, it seems that many times it's not even necessarily that you necessarily change. It's like your mindset just changes, that all these things are kind of childish and I don't do these things anymore. So the idea is here, it's not necessarily childish, but you just want to kind of start to adopt this mindset that I'm a better person, I'm a high value person. I'm not somebody that spends 6 hours just scrolling on TikTok every day. I'm not somebody that just likes to consume garbage and eats nonsense. I'm not somebody that doesn't care about his physical health. I'm not somebody that doesn't want to level up, that is just fine with being complacent and just being lazy and wasting away and all these things. Like, you want to start to say to yourself, or at least start to adopt the mentality that I'm more than this. Like, I'm made for more. I'm better than this. I'm somebody that likes to take care of himself. I'm somebody that likes to chase after his goals. I'm somebody that likes to dream big and have all these good things. I'm not just some low value guy. I'm not just some dude. Like I said earlier, all those things they work, but a little more realistic way you can try is to just reduce them little by little. So maybe, for example, you spend 6 hours every day on TikTok. Next week you just want to spend 5 hours 45 minutes. And the week after you want to spend 5 hours 30 minutes, then 5 hours 25 minutes, then 5 hours 15 minutes, then 5 hours 4 hours. Like, you keep doing it like that, and if you are consistent with that, which is easy to be consistent if you're following that kind of framework, 6 months later, 1 year later, you'll probably be spending like 1 hour on TikTok, 30 minutes on TikTok. Then 2 years after that, you probably will be spending basically like zero, maybe once every like few weeks. You just hop on the app for like 40 minutes to do something around. So another thing again you can do to really help yourself is just start watching more useful stuff. Like, you are basically the average of the 5 people you spend time with, and everybody has heard this. Everybody knows this. Like, literally, start spending time with a new group of people, your friends and all that. You just notice that your language, your thinking, your body, everything about you starts to become like these people that you're spending time with. And this rule also applies online. You are the average of the 5 content creators you watch the most. You're the average of the 5 YouTube videos, the 5 TikToks you watch the most, and all that. So if you're always watching nonsense, if you're always watching noise, you're always watching garbage, like, that's just how your life is going to be. Like, that's what you become. So just watch more useful things. Like, I like to watch podcasts from people like Alex Omozi, Chris Williamson, Hamza, Dan Ko, Ali Abdal, people like that they talk about productivity and business and things of that nature. I might call it toxic, might say it's mental masturbation and stuff, which is true. The thing also is, you don't want to just get stuck in just watching and not doing. Obviously you want to take action, but just exposing your brain to this type of good videos, better stuff than TikToks and porn and video, like all this nonsense is better for you. And obviously I'm not perfect. I'm not here to be like, oh, I'm the best and just follow me. Like, I'm just telling you my experiences, and I'm growing as I'm learning as I go. Today now I might say this, tomorrow I might come and find out something different and try that and do this and do this. So take everything you say with a grain of salt, but I'm very sure if you implement most of these things, your life will probably get better.